boom, boom, boom. Bang, 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 bang. Boom, 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 boom. How, 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 how. Hey, hey. You gotta come on.
Good morning, YouTubers. Yeah, well, it's only about 7 o'clock. Is that right? Let me find out exactly what time it really is. Yep, 7:04. It is that time of the year again, and we are at Iron Spike Train Museum, and it looks like across the way here, it looks like they're going to have one of their outdoor market things, yard sale type. This is our train thing. This is the first one of the year at the Iron Spike Train Museum. It's not real chilly, but there's some wind blowing. I'm going to move over here. Last night we had a cyclone burst over the United States in the central part Midwest. And as I got off 44 at the Washington exit, I came up on an area that had a filling station and something that used to be there, and it had been completely destroyed. It was like a I don't know what they call it, an Ozark land or something like that. The building is completely destroyed. There's no power in that area, and there's no much power in Pacific leading to the exit on Washington. And Columbia, Illinois has the same problem. So we're not alone in Columbia. There's a lot of places that don't have any electricity this morning. They were straight line winds and they were tornadoes. There were 3 or 4 of them go through. And well, you know, when you hang electric lines out in the open above, you know, it's chilly out here. When you put all of that, what do you expect when wind hits? It takes the wires down. So yeah, that's what. So it looks like we're going to be dealing with some wind today, and that makes it kind of chilly up here. But this is the first one. I believe today is March 15th, and it's a Saturday morning, and everybody is I've got lights now that I'm not supposed to have. My truck is developing all kinds of different ideas. And so we're going to see what this looks like. I'll get off of here. I know this is boring as hell. But yeah, we're going to set all this up today. Have their first outdoor market, and we're going to see where that goes. Well, we tried. It's only 10:48, but I don't know what this white stuff is. They say it's dust or whatever. I don't know what this is. And the other is the wind is so hard out here. We just got a 50-mile-an-hour gust that blew half their buildings right off their thing and some of my stuff. I can't sit here and let my stuff get broken. So we're just going to have to say, well, we tried on this one, and we'll just have to wait for the next one. But yeah, for this segment of Let's Learn Things About the Iron Spike, well, I guess we struck out. The weather was just too bad last night. And the system, your weather system and your air is it's just completely unstable. So we're gonna go ahead and go home. This is the storm damage after a tornado went through here. That's a tractor trailer on its side up there. And That's a fire up there. They had a fire up there. And then this place over here got destroyed. So this was a disaster last night. There's stuff everywhere. We're all stopped up by stop signs. But that's some of your storm damage that happened last night. Well, for this segment of Let's Learn Things, I'm going to show you a company that you should never, ever, ever buy from. I don't usually do this. Most companies I deal with are usually pretty upfront and they're really good to deal with. I found one. I tried this company once before. I wasn't really impressed, so I thought, well, let's try it again and see what happens. Well, this is what happens. You don't want to ever, ever, ever order anything from these people. Some of you may recognize this name from the internet. I always tried to figure out why their shipping was so expensive. Came FedEx. Why would you have a box this size for what I'm about to pull out of this? Alright, I want to show you. See my fingers? This is how big this box is. This is way oversized. I only ordered 3 kits. Okay. Ordered 4 and they didn't have it, so they thought they would ship me that again and charge me another $25, $30 in shipping. So here's what we're talking about. Okay. I have a shipping label in here, and there might only be 2 kits in here. Look at all this paper. There's only 2 kits in here. And I was supposed to get 3, so they have really ripped me off seriously here. I have an unpainted wooden kit and a Walther Suburban station, and the unit price on the station was $17.99, and the hand painted or the wooden kit is $11.89, and they show it that the third one, the Pico Prefab Peters Market Building, was not shipped. I got charged $83 for this. This and this and that in a box. Look at this. This could have been in a box this size. Okay? These are professional rip-off people. Now they have canceled because they were going to charge me $27.75 for a prefab Petersburg Market building kit. I've got a picture somewhere, and then charge me another $30 fucking to bring it up. So do not ever order from these people. Let me see if I can show you what I'm talking about on the 3 kits. Here's all the paper. So there's the Pico prefab, and I'll tell you, on the emails I got from these people was just a joke. So I don't have the third one here. I paid $83 for all of this. I am now contacting PayPal to see about a refund. Continuation is PayPal has been notified. I have talked to the guy on the phone. A refund is being issued. A dispute case in PayPal, that's why you use it, is being sent to Train Z. And I'm going to show you the difference between the boxes, because they said, well, yeah, unfortunately, you're going to have to take the time and you're going to have to return this, because otherwise you don't get your refund of $83 fucking dollars. So here's what it looks like. That's the reason they charge you so much. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. So, well, I will try to keep you informed on where this is going to go, because this has to be in dispute for a complete week. So hopefully, whatever Trump's doing, I hope that this takes care of it. Okay, YouTubers. The PayPal sent him a request and they immediately replied. I gave them a rather harsh talking to, but you know, I saw a picture of the people that work there and, well, wasted my breath on that one. But they said you return and we will and PayPal will refund. As soon as PayPal gets the idea that this has been shipped, I will get my $83 back. Don't ever buy from Train Z. Don't do anything with them whatsoever. They will rip you off. They will fuck you with mailing prices, everything. So no, do not. You had your warning. You fuck yourself and you go with them. Well, then that's the way it's going to be. So here's the package, and there's the time today. But I don't think I'm going to get this out today. So we'll definitely be getting it out tomorrow. That'll do it for this segment of Let's Learn Things with Fuck Train Z. Good afternoon, YouTubers. You know, it feels like we were just here. Okay, the wind noise I know is going to be horrible. We are at the Arnold Eagles, and I'm going to try to get out of this wind a little bit. We've got tornadic weather that is supposed to be coming in on Sunday. And so right now it is very, very windy out here. So I got behind the truck here. We're at the entrance to Coke Hall. Club room is downstairs. That's what it says on the door. I'm over here a little bit early so I can shoot some B-roll of what's over here, what it looks like before everybody gets here and starts going in. And I'm going to go in as far as I can and see if I can see if the tables aren't stacked on top of each other like last time getting the floor done. That was fun. But this is their first show of 2025, and we're at March, and it's the end of the month, March 29th. We're going to get into April here real fast. Wow, where did it go? Must have went away with the wind or something. But anyway, yeah, it's going to be March 29th tomorrow. Today's the 28th. And we'll be here bright and early in the morning, as you know. And we're going to get our stuff, and the reason I'm here early is because I help with setting up the tables the best I can. And then once we're set up, then the people come set up and come early and set up the show. They get to go in early and get their stuff in. And of course, since I'm a big vendor, taking 3 tables, I come in early because I don't want to sweat in the morning. But we'll be here bright and early in the morning, and we'll go from there. So let's just take a look at what's out here. There's a spot. Watch Larry Harn's truck get washed down the hill and down into that hole when all this rain comes. Well, that was exhausting. Here's what we did. I did the chairs. I don't do tables. My back says no. So we got all this in now. It's time for the people who showed up early. Of course, we have one guy that shows up, and well, we don't question that. And so we're going to set all this stuff up and get ready for the show tomorrow. Good morning, YouTubers, and it's the next day. It's Saturday, and this is After the Storm in Arnold, Missouri at the Pacific Eagles Club. Like my new shirt. This is a patch that someone I call Mom, my second mom, in our Bible study. She does excellent work. This is a perfect stitch. I've never seen that before. So here's my new hat. Hey, it's Mopac. It's Mopacking time. Okay, so we should have a tremendous show today. It's already spritzing out here, and we're supposed to have rain today. That means that this is the only place they can come and buy trains. So Dirk's Trains is here. We're ready to go, and I even In fact, the segment you saw being shot while I was putting up the sign, well, that's my father. He's in that car right there. And he will be selling tickets today along with some other stuff. So we just should have a tremendous day today. We'll see you when we get inside. Okay, so we're inside and vendors are starting to arrive. It's about 8:15 in the morning, and here's what's going on. And we're open. Blinking lights. Guess what time it is?
Time to pack up and go home. Everything we didn't sell.
That's going to do another show from the Arnold Eagles Lodge in Arnold, Missouri. It's After the Storm with Steve and Glenda Mantilla, and I think pretty much of us did well. You put crackhead prices on something and, well, you go home. So, but there you go, and till their next one, gotta find out what date that is. And we'll put that on there for you. But then for right now, that's gonna do it for Let's Learn Things, and we'll see you next time. Good morning, YouTubers. Well, you see that sign in the back? You remember when we were here before? What is this called? The Steel Shop Athletic Event. Now, the reason it says Steel Shop is, if you remember from last time, this is part of St. Louis Car Foundry Company. And this is the last building. This is where they used to put the vehicle or the cars together with the overhang crane and all that we pictured. So we're here again this year, and this is their Comic-Con type situation. Now don't go away. It's not a train show, I know that. But remember, on Let's Learn Things, we learn about a lot of things, including crackhead prices. You're going to see some of those today too. But we're here. We're going to go through it. It starts at 10, and I think I don't even know what time it is. But the sun's up, and usually when you see me, there's no sun, but there is today. So we're going to go through here today and take a look at this. This is the second time that I've been here, and well, we'll just see what happens.
Well, yeah, I know, but still. Oh, God. He's
So while you come to these places early, I just learned something. This place not only was a St. Louis car foundry facility to make cars, but Boeing was in here at one time, and they used this facility to build parts of airplanes and such. And in World War II, this was actually a tank facility. And you see these doors? Let me show you these doors. See this door? That's where they drove the tanks in and out of, is those doors there. And they have extra doors here. But that's why you come here early, to learn things historically. This is St. Louis. This is, where we in St. Charles, Missouri. And so this is where they used to build tanks. And this facility is not that big, so they were probably finishing up some or whatever, or they moved them down here from up top, because remember, this facility runs the entire area down here. So this is really a historical building. This actually still works too. You see this? That's the crane. The crane that went on these tracks that went up and down. This actually still works. Everything in here still works. Well, let's just hope we don't have to use it for war things, but this is ready to go. This facility could easily be put back into operation. I was also told about these windows. I got a window here, but all these here, the city government says you can't unlock those. It has to be remain historical. So those windows have to remain closed. Otherwise, you could have quite a bit of light in here. But they just have to go with the light that they got. These are LEDs though that are set up here, so it's pretty bright. But wow, what a historical building that this show is in.
I don't have the app.
Morning. stuff everywhere. BattleBot section.
Pause. 90 seconds to go. I'm getting on stage.
That's gonna do it for this show this time this year. They got another one in October we'll probably be at. Just letting you know that the parking lot around here is completely full. There's people everywhere, as you saw inside in here. They've got one heck of a turnout here, and I'll tell you what, there was money exchanging hands in here. I only bought a couple of things, but not very much. But I saw people spending big bucks over here. So that's going to do it for Let's Learn Things here, and you need to come over and see this show, and you better bring a lot of money. That'll do it for this segment of Let's Learn Things. This is at the Steel Shop Athletic and Event. This is their Comic-Con show. See you next time. Good morning, YouTubers. Well, it's that time again. We're out at the Iron Spike Train Museum for another outdoor market, and I can tell you why I'm not outside. Although our sign, or their sign, says weather permitting, all of my stuff is in the truck, so I could actually have a sale while it is raining. But we've got predictions all today of socked in rain and whatever. But this is St. Louis. It's only 7:14 in the morning, and we don't start till like 10 in the morning. I don't really I get my stuff out. I'm ready at 9 o'clock. Okay, So we've got a good 2 hours, 3 hours, and it's St. Louis. I'll tell you what, at 10 o'clock we could have snow. So you never know at St. Louis. But yeah, we're gonna sit here, we're gonna wait. We shall see if we have this or not. I've got a lot of new stuff ready to go. And then, well, I guess we're just gonna see what happens on this one too. Well, it's set up in the back. It's starting to sprinkle again, and it had mentioned the fact that around 10, let's see what it is right now. It's 8:55-9, so they said something around 10 that there could possibly be a bunch more rain coming. We're gonna try to see what we can do here. I figure if somebody shows up, they can I can open up the truck real fast, they can look through it, and then, you know, whatever. But just looks like we may get washed out. They've set their stuff up inside, and I really didn't see them set too much. I set it up, I went through it. They got some new stuff, and I went through it and looked. I got a few things, not much, but I went through and I basically set it up for them. So well, we'll just sit here and watch videos and listen to the radio, and we'll see if anybody shows up. This could be a very short day again. Last time, remember, and I'll show you something on the way out, that building that got hit with the tornado, they haven't touched it. Insurance adjusters have, one guy told me he had 400 scheduled. There's a filling station, and then there was an eating establishment behind it. They haven't even touched any of that property, so evidently the insurance adjusters haven't done anything yet, and I don't think they plan on for a while. So that's where we're at, and we'll just have to see what happens. And as I saw and thought it would be, washout. I sold one item here for $10. So, well, you know, we're in the last days, and we know that. So, you know, you never know. I did buy some stuff, so we'll go from there. But that'll do it for this segment of Let's Learn Things out at the Iron Spike Train Museum. This is the outdoor market, and I think this is probably going to end up this segment, and then I'm going to start a new one next month. So, see you then.